Hello everyone, I welcome you all to ATM Creations and to the Zero to Hero series of videos too. In this video, we are going to learn about a simple dot mandala, how to find center, how to draw circles and how to create grids and then paint a simple dot mandala. See, as you can see, I have taken this sketchbook sheet out of a notebook, sketchbook notebook. This is a paper in A4 size. So to find the center for any paper or any surface, either square or rectangle in shape, this is what I do. I have this 60 centimeter scale here and I'm going to keep it connecting the diagonally opposite corners. And once you keep the ruler like this, I'm going to draw a line in the center at random. So here is the line that I drew. Now I'll do the same thing for the two opposite corners. So these two corners is what I mean. So when you keep the scale for the opposite corner, there is a point where the line and the scale meets. Keep a dot there, and this dot will be the center for this entire page. Now once the dot is done, the rest of the line I'm going to erase it. Now you have two options. You can either measure and mark the radius, then draw circles, or you can draw circles at random without measuring the radius. Now normally I draw random circles, I never measure the radius. Now alternatively, what you can do is, let me do something like this first. So for 2 centimeters, I have marked the radius. So these two circles will be measured circles. Now, let's say I want a bigger circle, a circle with more space. So then I can mark as per the size of the circle that I want and then draw circles accordingly. So here the radius is all marked. See, now I have marked the radius, clearly visible. Now I'm going to draw circles using the center dot and these marks. So I'll keep the pointed edge in the center dot and the pencil edge on the marked radius. For the smaller circle, when it gets little challenging, I rotate the painting surface. Now I have the comfort of rotating the painting surface since the surface is smaller. Otherwise, you have to be very slow in drawing the smaller circles. See, the next step is, I'm going to divide all the circles into half by drawing a line that divides. So now I drew a line. This one line divides all the circle into two halves. Now the next step is to keep your protractor. So in this protractor, if you see, there is a center, intersecting center. That center need to be kept exactly on the dot. And make sure 0 and 180 falls on the line. And after that, you can mark angles. Now let's say I want to mark angles at every 30 degrees. So 0 and 180 already falls on this line. Now I'll mark it at 30 and here is 60. Now I'm marking 90. This is 120, 150. Now this is a 360 degree protractor. So I can mark angles for the entire circle in one go. So 180 is here, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330. What if you have a 180 degree protractor? Simple. So you mark the angles for one part of the circle. Just rotate your protractor. Do the same marking again. It's that simple. Now I need to connect the dots. To make sure we are connecting the right dots, when you keep a scale connecting the dots, the line will always pass through the center dot. If the line is passing through the center dot, it only means you are connecting the right dots. Let me show you for example. Here I am connecting the right dot, so the line that I am going to draw will pass through the center dot here. Now the next is, I need to connect two exactly opposite dots. In case I am not doing that, if I am going to connect this one and this, which is actually incorrect, I'll just place the scale and show you. See now, the line will not pass through the center dot. But if I am connecting the right dots, the line will pass through the center dot. This is how I ensure if I am connecting the right dots or not. See, we found the center, we drew circles, and then we marked angles, kept dots to mark the angles, and then we connected the dots. Now the painting surface is ready with circles and grids to start with dotting. Now I'll start with dotting in the center. There's a considerable amount of space left in the innermost circle here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this nail art tool and keep tiny dots around this dot. Now in the next circle, I'm going to use this blue tool and keep orange dots. Now when you dot in this kind of a situation, where you can dot inside the grid or you can opt to dot on the line. Now this time I'm going to dot within the grid. You can leave these dots as it is, or normally what I do is I take a nail art tool. Before these dots get dried up, I'll just quickly use the small ball side of this tool, dip it on the dot itself, and then keep another dot. This is how I keep tiny dots. For the next circle, I'm using the same tool. I'm going to use this color yellow and orange alternatively. Now I'm going to dot on the line. Now we have kept dots exactly on the lines. So now there is obviously a lot of gap in between any two dots. We can fill it with varieties of patterns. Let me tell you the first one that I'm planning to do here. You can keep one side swipe like I'm going to do it now, like this. Now in the next circle, I'll use orange color and the same tool, and I'm going to dot only on the line. Now we have a lot of gap between any two dots here, so I'm going to keep swipes on both sides. Now I'll keep yellow dots using the same tool, and I'm going to dot on the line first. Now when I dot on the line, I'm sure you can see there's a lot of gap in between any two dots here. So I can comfortably keep another dot. So I'll dot on the line first and then dot in the middle also. This is how I'm going to fill this entire circle. Now what I'm going to do to fill the space in between any two dots here is, I'm going to keep two dots. 1, 2. I'll pick up paint again 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. So this is how I can fill the gap. For the next circle, I'll use orange and this pink tool. I'm going to dot on the line first. Now I'm going to give you another filler pattern. So instead of keeping one side curved swipe, you can also keep a straight swipe. Make sure you take equal amount of paint every time you want to swipe. Now in the last circle, I'm going to keep yellow dots. I'll dot on the line first. So in between these two yellow dots that are on the lines, I can comfortably keep 3 more dots, but I'm going to keep 2 dots. Now I'll use this nail art tool and the big ball side of it. I'll dip the big ball on the dot itself and then keep 2 dots. This is what I'm going to do all over this circle. Though this is a very simple dot mandala, I'm sure this came out really well. Thank you for watching this video. Hello everyone, I welcome you all to ATM Creations and I welcome you all to Zero to Hero series of videos too. In this video, I have taken a 12-inch MDF board and I'm going to show you how can you base paint this board to prepare for a dot mandala. So the first thing that you need to do for base painting an MDF board is have a paper below the MDF board so that even if the paint spills off, your table surface is not going to get spoiled. And then you need to have a flat brush. Here I have a flat brush size 12. And the next thing is I have a bigger bowl where I have kept this black paint board because I have some 3 feet boards to be base painted and the brush is bigger. So I have poured in this kind of a bowl. You can pour the black paint in a smaller bowl. Let me show you an example. A small plastic container like this. For a flat brush of this size, this container is more than enough. This is a 50 ml plastic container. Now, let's say I am pouring 100 ml of black paint. I add 10 ml of water and give a good mix. The reason why I add water is I want the base paint to have a matte finish, not glossy finish. And the next is, when I dip this brush into the paint, I don't dip the entire bristle portion into it, only half of it, like this, something like this. So give strokes in one direction so that at the end of it, the base paint is going to look really smooth. See, if you see, I give strokes only in one direction. That's how I normally do. So that after drying, it looks so even and smooth. So when you're base painting and give strokes in one direction, make sure there are no lumps of paint on the board so that drying gets easier. And one more thing that you can do before base painting the board with any color of your choice is use a dry cloth. Wipe the surface completely so that the surface is dust free and then start base painting. Now the base painting is fully done. I have to let this dry. You can dry this board in 2 methods. One, you just keep this aside and let this dry for an hour. That's the normal time I let the base painting dry. Or if you are in emergency to create a dot mandala, I'll show you another method to dry this board. My hair dryer, and using this I'll dry the base. See, now the board is instantly dry. The board is very much ready to start with dot painting. Now I'll also show you how to figure out the center for a round board. So first, measure the diameter. That's step number 1. So when you measure the diameter of this board, see exactly it is 12 inches. Okay, so when the diameter is 12 inches, obviously the radius is 6 inches. The next step is to measure in the compass the radius. So here I am measuring 6 inches. Now the next step is keep the pencil edge towards the edge of the MDF board and then figure out the center. So here I am keeping the pencil edge towards the edge of the MDF board and keeping it like this. Now what I can do is I can rotate the compass and see if my pencil edge is towards the edge of the MDF board in this side too. So similarly do it for all the 4 directions. So here it is little towards inside, so I'll adjust the compass accordingly, and now I'll check for this side. Fine. Now this is the center, so I'll take another pencil to mark the center here. See, the center is found. Now I'll also show you again how to draw circles and create grids. We did this in the previous video of the series too. Let me repeat again in a round board. In the previous video of this series, I did show you how to figure out the center in a rectangular A4 sheet, and we did draw circles, create grids and everything. And in this video too, since this is a round board, let me show you how to do it again. Here I am not going to measure the circles. Instead, I am going to mark some dots based on the size of the circle that I need, and then I'm going to draw circles. As I show you closer, I think you can see some dots that are marked. This is the center dot. This is dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now I'm going to draw 6 circles. Now this compass, which is normally available in a geometry box, this doesn't go beyond the radius of 10 centimeters. Now since I have to draw a little bigger circle, this compass won't do. I'll show you a bigger compass now. This is the bigger compass that I have. The length of the compass or height of the compass, however you call it, is 8 inches, and this can go up to a radius of 12 to 13 inches. The radius can go up to this. It can go even beyond. So up to 13 to 14 inches of radius circles you can draw with this compass. Now I'll draw another circle here. I'm going to erase the extra line that I drew here by mistake. Now I'll draw a line that will divide all the circles into half. I always keep the pencil sharpened like this. Even if it goes a little blunt, I'll sharpen it again. Somehow I like that. And also that when the pencil is sharp, the line that you draw is very thin, not thick. And I love thin lines. Now keep the protractor and mark angles. This is 20 that I marked here. This is 40. Now I am marking 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Now this is a 360-degree protractor. 0 and 180 falls here. So I'll skip this 180 and then move to 200, 220, 240 now, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340. 0 and 360 are the same. Now here, since I have not marked this 90 degrees here, there is no dot right here. So what you need to do is, there is a line that divides. So to your left, take one dot above. To your right, take one dot below. These circles are drawn, grids are created. Now the board is perfectly ready for dotting. I'm sure this 9th video in the Zero to Hero series on base painting, finding the center for a round board, and then marking angles at every 20 degree and still connecting the right dots. I think this video was useful to all of you. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations, and I welcome you all to Zero to Hero series of videos too. This is the 10th video in the series, and in this video I'm going to create a simple and easy dot mandala for all of you to follow and recreate, and I'll also show you how do I varnish, and once all that is done, I'm going to show you how do I fix the hooks and make it wall hanging. Now I'll start with dotting in the center. Now I'll keep some dots in bamboo green. Now I'll keep some tiny dots. Now I'll keep some light green dots. Now I'll keep some tiny dots. Now I'll keep some more light green dots. Now this light green is from Fevicryl. Now I'll keep some tiny dots in light green. Now I'll keep some straight swipes in light green. I'll keep a dot, then make it to a swipe. Now I'll keep some more straight swipes in bamboo green. I'll keep a dot and then make it to a swipe. I'll make these dots into swipes now. In between any two swipes here, I'm going to work the dots in pink. Now I'll keep some pink dots. Now I'll keep bamboo green dots. I'll walk the dots in bamboo green now. I'll keep light green dots now. Now I'll keep some more light green dots. I'll work the dots second layer in light green. This light green is from camel. Now I'll work the dots third layer in another shade of light green. Now I'll keep straight swipes in pink. I'll keep a plumpy dot, then make it to a swipe. Now I'll keep bamboo green dots. I'll work the dots in bamboo green. I'll keep some pink dots now. Now I'll keep light green dots. I'll work the dots in light green now. I'll work the dots in pink now. I'll keep some straight swipes in light green. I'm going to keep a dot, then make it to a swipe later. Now I'll keep 2 side swipes in bamboo green. I'm sure this dot mandala came out really well. Now in the series of 10 videos under the name Zero to Hero, I might have answered few questions which you had in mind. I might have missed answering many questions that you still have in mind. So what I request you all is to comment in this video about the questions that you still have, and in the next video I'll make sure I'll answer all of them. Hello everyone, I welcome you all to ATM Creations, and I welcome you all to Zero to Hero series of videos too. By looking at the comments in all the previous videos in this series, I understand that the series had been very useful for all of you, and I'm really happy about it. In this video, I'm going to show you how do I varnish my artwork and how do I fix the hooks. Let me show you the hook part first and then varnish next. See, this is the hook that I use to hang my artworks, either for myself or for my clients. Now, this hook is actually called as a plus minus hook, or in few cases, people call it as male-female hook too. These are the two portions of the hook. This one to be stuck on the wall and this portion to be stuck on the artwork. See, if you see this, there is a sticker portion here. If you see, there is a sticker portion. You can happily remove this and then stick it on the wall. Same way you can do it for this portion of the hook too. Now, in some cases, this sticker may not be strong enough. So what you can do is, I use this Fevikwik. This is just a 5 rupee pack, a very small pack. I've just kept it open for the sake of video. So this is how it looks like, and you just have to tap it open, and then you have a cap too. So the same thing can be used as, see, this can be used as a cap and you can close it and keep it also. But once you open it, you have to use it within a week. So what you can do is, if the already existing adhesive is not enough, apply couple of drops and then stick it on the wall. Same way, apply a couple of drops here and then stick it on the artwork. Now, if you are applying this Fevikwik and sticking this portion on the wall and sticking this portion in the artwork, you need to give it at least half an hour time. So once you apply Fevikwik and stick this on the wall and artwork, give them a gentle press so that it gets stuck on the wall and artwork clearly, firmly too. Then leave for 30 minutes. You can hang the artwork like this. It's going to stay firm, no problem at all. Now, coming to the varnish part of the artwork, this is the varnish that I normally use. Little Birdie's Decor Varnish and Matte Finish 100 ml. Now, what I do is this. I have a brush exclusively for varnishing. Now, after painting, I leave it for 96 hours, that is 4 complete days of drying. After finishing dotting, 96 hours of drying is what I normally do. Maybe even lesser is enough, but to be on a safer side, I leave it for drying for 4 full days. Once I'm satisfied that I have dried this artwork for 96 hours, then I use this varnish. Now I'm going to show you how to apply varnish. Now this is what I do. I'll just pour it like this and then brush it off. Initially it may look like a layer of whitish liquid on it, but it is going to dry off, so you don't have to worry. So when you brush off, make sure the varnish is there evenly on the entire artwork. If you think the varnish liquid isn't enough, you can use a couple of more drops. See, what happens if the painting is not fully dry is when you use this kind of brushable varnish, the paint will start coming off. So it's better you dry it completely for 96 hours and then apply varnish. Now the next thing is, when you apply varnish, keep a bowl of water nearby, accessible to you. So the moment you finish varnishing, I'm going to let this dry for another 24 hours minimum and put this brush into the water bowl immediately. After 24 hours of drying, if you look at this, it's going to be shiny. And now itself it's like that, but after drying it looks more perfect. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.